students, it's Mr. Sargent here with your day 146 recap video for ELA and for science. Now, in ELA today, we're going to be introduced to a new story called Good Enough to Eat, a kid's guide to food and nutrition. And we're going to be discussing this book in class a lot over the next 2 or 3 weeks. But today we're going to do just the read along and take a look at a couple pages in particular. And in science, we're going to be focusing on the different body systems, and we're going to be talking about what we know about them already, so we have a foundation to build on. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back and let's begin learning. Now, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sargent loves to eat. Look at all this great food. There's a lot of great food out there, but when we're deciding what to eat, we have to decide whether or not it's nutritious for us or it might not be so healthy for us. So what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks is learning about nutrition, eating right, and eating healthy. And that starts with today's read along for Good Enough to Eat, A Kid's Guide to Food and Nutrition by Lizzie Rockwell. So if you would, join me and let's read. Babies cry when they're hungry. Dogs bark and howl. When you feel hungry, your stomach grumbles. Your legs feel weak. You don't cry or howl, but sometimes you feel cranky. In the nick of time, your dinner is ready. It looks good. It smells good. It tastes good. As soon as you eat, you feel better. Hunger sends you strong signals. It lets you know that eating is the most important thing you do each day. The food you eat and drinks keeps you alive. It builds, protects, and energizes your body. Food makes you able to grow, think, breathe, move, stay cool, stay warm, fight germs, achoo, heal, and live. Nutrients are the part of food that your body uses to do its work. There are 6 different kinds of nutrients. You need large amounts of some nutrients and very small amounts of others in your diet. Every food contains at least one nutrient, but healthy foods have lots of them. Your body uses different nutrients in different ways. And if you take a look at some of these pictures and read some of the captions, first up we have carbohydrates. Now, this is supply main source of energy. And if you look, this gentleman over here is saying you need about this much of nutrients each day. And that's about 300 grams. Next, we have proteins. They supply energy and build muscles, skin, and internal organs. And it says right there, she gives us the definition of what nutrition is. Nutrition is the science of food. Interesting. Next, we have fat. Fat supplies energy and adds flavor to the foods. And then we look at this gentleman right here. He says, science doesn't look as yummy as dinner. Sometimes that's true, isn't it? Sometimes that is true. Next, one thing we always have to have, and that's water. We need about 2 liters of water a day. It is the main ingredient in your body, and it cleans and cools you. And she says, a glass of soda has only water and carbohydrates. And then we have vitamins and minerals. Now, these make nutrients work together. Everything your body needs to do is helped by vitamins and minerals. And the gentleman says, a glass of milk has water, carbohydrates, fat, protein, and vitamins, and minerals. Digestion is the way the food is broken down so that nutrition can be absorbed into your body. For healthy digestion, you should eat plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods supply fiber. Fiber does not get absorbed during digestion. It helps carry bad chemicals and excess fats out of your body. And let's take a look about what happens when you digest food. Mouth grinds the food and mixes it with saliva. The esophagus pushes down to your stomach. The stomach churns the food and mixes with acids, turns food into a thick liquid. Your small intestines absorb nutrients through its spongy lining. Nutrients enter the bloodstream. And your large intestines absorb water and leads unused parts of food out of your body when you go to the toilet. As soon as food is digested, nutrients start to work. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats get turned into energy. The amount of energy they supply is measured in calories. You use a lot of energy to run and play. You also use energy to stay warm, pump blood, breathe, think, heal, and grow. Carbohydrates should supply most of the energy your body uses. You can detect carbohydrates in food just by the taste. Foods that taste starchy or sweet contain carbohydrates. And if you look, it says starchy foods give long-lasting energy. And you can kind of see some of the examples of starchy foods with carbohydrates. Then we have the sweets. Sweet foods give quick boosts of energy. We know that, don't we? We look at that list, we got sweet apples, and we got sweet corn, and bananas, and juice, and milk. Those all give us quick and easy energy. And then the energy from very sweet foods is used up quickly. So soda, cakes, honey, and candy, yeah, that gives us energy, but we use it up too quickly. And these two students are saying, if you ate candy for breakfast, soon you would feel tired and hungry. A breakfast of whole grain cereal would keep you going till lunch. This is true, ladies and gentlemen. This one is definitely sweet, he says. And he's eating a bar of chocolate, isn't he? Bars of chocolate are not good breakfasts. Proteins supply energy. It also builds and repairs your muscles, skin, brain, blood, bones, and internal organs. You get protein when you eat animal foods such as fish, meat, eggs, milk, and cheese. And you can see the family on the farm. Proteins make me strong. And that is true, ladies and gentlemen. Eating proteins will help your muscles and your bones. You also get proteins from plants. The part of the plants that can support, sprout, and grow, such as seeds, dry beans, and peas, nuts, and grains, are good sources of proteins. And this gentleman said, protein makes me grow strong. And this is true, ladies and gentlemen. Just as an old-fashioned lantern burns oil, you burn fat for heat and energy. Fat also helps make food taste good, but it's easy to eat too much fat. Fat has more calories than the other parts of the food. If you eat more calories than you need, the unused calories are turned into fat, body fat. Eating too many fatty foods can make you heavy. Fats in the vegetable oils, butter, and cream. You can also see fat in the white and yellow parts of uncooked meat or chicken. Often you cannot see the fat you are eating. To find out where fat is hiding, get a large piece of paper and a pencil and samples of food. And it gives us a little science experiment here to do. Rub a bit of each food onto the paper. Label the spots as you go. Let the spots dry overnight. Hold your paper up to the light. Light will glow through the spots made by foods containing fat. That may be something we need to try, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to worry about having too much water in your diet. Water is your body's main ingredient. 70% of your body, including your blood, saliva, tears, urine, and sweat, is made with water. And then we have the family at the beach. If there were no water in my body, I could fit in this little bucket. It's a scorcher. I don't think you would want to do that. Water is needed by all living things. Water escapes easily from your body. In a day, you lose 2 cups of water just by breathing. When you cry, go to the bathroom, and sweat, you lose even more water. But as it leaves your body, water carries out waste and cools you. We look at the runner here. It says a marathon runner can lose up to 4 quarts of water in one race. The mom is saying, didn't I just change you? And then the gentleman eating watermelon, in addition to the water and juice and milk and food, I should drink at least 5 glasses of plain water each day. And ladies and gentlemen, that is true. Vitamins and minerals are needed in tiny amounts to perform many important jobs in your body. They help all the nutrients in food work together. Vitamin C helps my skin heal. Vitamin A, with the help of vitamin A, I can see well even in the dark. Vitamins are only found in plants and animals. And then we get to vitamin B complex vitamins here, which is thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothenic acid, biotin, B6, B12, folacin. Wow, I'm just surprised I pronounced all those words correctly. If we look, those are all found in these types of foods. And it says B vitamins help me fight germs and infections. B vitamins turn proteins, fats, and carbohydrates into energy. B vitamins also keep my brain and nerves working well. They help me feel happy. Minerals are tiny particles of rocks and metals. The best way to get all the vitamins and minerals you need is to eat a variety of fresh foods, including plenty of fruits and vegetables. And then if we look, we got calcium. They help with the skeleton and teeth. They help with your bones. We have iron. You can find the foods that have iron in it. Iron helps build red blood cells, which bring oxygen to my brain, heart, and muscles. We have sodium. Sodium and potassium work together to control the body's water balance, but be careful, it's easy to eat too much sodium. We often find that in salty foods, ladies and gentlemen. And then finally we have potassium. It's hard to eat too much potassium. You got bananas, you got oranges, you got juice, potatoes. All right, we find those everywhere, don't we? It is important to eat at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables each day. Today, what will you choose? And if we look behind me, you will see a number of different selections that we can choose, and all of them have vitamins. They all have potassium, they all have minerals, they all have water, they all have things that are gonna keep us healthy. Food keeps you alive, healthy and strong. It gives you energy and makes you grow. Food is fun to make. They look like they're having a lot of fun, don't they? And food is fun to eat. That whole dinner looks incredible. And if you look towards the end, they actually give you some ingredients and they give you some recipes to try out. So ladies and gentlemen, this book has a lot of good information. It's definitely informational. Now, what we're gonna be discussing is certain pages each day to really take a look, see what we wonder, and try to analyze it. But every time we go through this story, I want us to go back to this video and go along with this read along to see just what more we can learn from this book. The first couple of pages that we're going to look at, we're just going to look at the pictures. If you take a look at page 2 and 3 right here, and then page 38 and 39, you'll see 2 families eating separate foods. And one question I have to ask you is, yesterday you guys created a grocery list. How many of the foods that you see on these pages were on your grocery list? Should be an interesting discussion. And in science today, we focused on the different body systems. Now, the body systems that we're going to be focusing on in this science unit are, we're going to start off with skeletal. Okay, that's going to be the bones. Then we have muscular. All right. After muscular, we're going to be talking about the circulatory, the nervous, and then the digestive. So what I wanted to do today was a KWL chart, which is, what do you already know? What do you think you know? And what do you want to learn about each one of these body systems? Now, the first body system we're going to be talking about is the skeletal system. So We kind of already talked about it in the story, didn't we? We talked about how calcium helps build strong bones, and some minerals and vitamins also help with that. But what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about why is the skeleton so important. So I want to know what you think first. Before I get into my lesson, before we discuss this even further tomorrow, I want to know, what do you already know about your skeleton? What do you know about the bones? What do they do? Why are they so important? Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to hear your answers. And that's it for day 146. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for dressing up in blue today. You all looked amazing. And for those that don't know, we dressed up in blue today to celebrate Autism Awareness Month. It's a very important cause and a very important time of the year to bring attention to this and just do whatever we can to help out. So ladies and gentlemen, you looked incredible today. You acted incredible today. You are incredible today. And until tomorrow, I cannot wait to see you all.